Good evening, Spanners and Sleuths. For the first time today, we are going to have Armpit Detective on a live. So, guys, I want you to sit back and relax and enjoy. I am going to try to debunk myself, which I can admit it's going to be hard for me to do that, but I'm going to try. So, please just bear with me while I show you a few things here. Okay, so you guys know that I've went over this case a million times now, right? Okay, so I know um, pretty much everything. I know more than the police, more than the FBI. Actually, most of my subs even tell me the FBI should come to me now over this case, the Watts case. Um, Now, we don't cover the Watts case on Braun Moxley, so please don't be confused. This is Armpit Detective, AD. So, that's another reason, guys. I need Schlupa Chat, if you don't mind. So, first, I'm going to share with you this picture. And there's no way, guys, that anyone can dispute this. There's absolutely no way. Okay? So, I'm going to bring this on, and I'm going to bring up this picture. Okay, so let me bring this up. Okay, right here, guys. As you can see, the truck right here. You see that? Okay, now look at the windows in it. They've been blacked out with a felt tip pen. You see that? Now look at the top of the truck. It's black also. See? There's no way to dispute that. And look at Nicole Atkinson's brake lights. They would be reflecting off these windows right now. See what I'm saying? Okay, but look at this. You can see where the coaster is, right? They've been blacked out. There's no other way to look at this. It looks like someone has come right here with a felt tip pen and just went over that. Okay, now let me see what you guys are saying. Because now, do you guys agree with that or not? That's the micro data. Carol Luke, in here, it's the micro data because metadata is too much for me to go over. Okay, guys. I'm looking at your comments to see what you're saying here because, okay, it looks like most of you are disagreeing with me. Well, I know there's a lot of people in here that's paid to disagree with me. Fair enough. Of course, they don't want my news out there. It's brilliant. So let me show you something a little bit closer here. See that right there? See that? Yeah. Okay, that's a closer picture. Now, with the picture I just showed you on my phone of the blacked out windows, there's no way you can dispute this. No way at all. Okay, so I told you from the beginning, guys, I'm trying to debunk myself because for over a year, you guys have been trying to debunk me. So I'm going to try to debunk myself. So I admit that's going to be hard because my case is airtight. Now, in the video where it's not Chris Watts walking out on that video, okay? Chris Watts doesn't have a ponytail and he doesn't have a big fat ass, okay? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so when he comes out, the lights in the truck are on. Now, there's no way those lights could be on in this truck because no one has a key fob these days that could push the button. You know what I mean? Even if it doesn't have a remote start, a key fob would flash the lights. But that's irrelevant here, okay, guys, because I've already went over the truck with a fine-tooth comb. Now, when the fat-ass girl walks out of the garage with the ponytail, okay, Chris Watts is in the truck. That's why the lights are on. Now, let me ask you guys this. Do you guys drive on the right or the left in the U.S.? The left, okay. So when he goes to the left, okay, the lights are flashing. Those flashing lights are to let the red car know that Betty has left, like the Batmobile, and that they are able to leave now. See what I'm saying? Okay, there's no thing as a key fob these days. The lights could not be on. That's impossible. So you can't debunk that. Okay, so now what we have is a perfectly timed event. The girl walks out with the ponytail. Betty flies out like the Batmobile, right? The lights flash. The red car goes boom, out straight across Steeple Rock. You can't debunk that. Even you, Scott Rice, go fly somewhere in your airplane, okay? You can't debunk that. Okay, now, after this perfectly timed event goes down and everybody's left, then he has to come home because Nicole Atkinson has thrown a wrench in the sprockets, the spokes of his bicycle, right? Right, okay? So then he goes over there. He's got his hands on his head like this, right, guys? He's knocked his glasses off and everything. It's because he knows. I take the credit for the shadows, guys, but Chris Watts actually discovered them. And that's true, right there. Chris Watts seen it because he knew they was there, right? Okay. So here, let me take a drink of my L8. It's not vodka, I promise. If I tell you it's not vodka, it's not vodka. You have to believe me. Now, Amanda, I just want to clear this up. I did not work for MI5. I don't know where that come from. I worked for MFI Furniture, and they always fell apart. That's what I meant by that. I never said I was a special agent, even though there's video footage out there of me saying that. False. That's why there's no credibility here, right? You understand? Okay, guys. Now, going back to the main story of what happened that night, okay? Because I'm trying to debunk myself, and you guys don't realize how hard it is to debunk such an airtight case that I've put together here. You don't, okay? Now, he went to now it depends on what country you're in of left and right, right? Right, wrong. Quit saying right. Leave me alone. Okay. Anyways, going back to that, right and left is different in each country. See what I'm saying? Okay. Now, he went to the left of the truck. Okay. So what happened is the fat ass girl that walked out of the garage went to the right of the truck. The lights flashed to let everyone know the plane had went down, and everybody booms like the Batmobile. Right? Okay. Quit saying right. Leave me alone. Okay. So anyways, after all this happens, he thinks the plan has went perfectly. Right? Quit saying right. Okay. And then Nicole Atkinson calls the police, and he says, "Don't call the police," but she does anyway. So when he pulls up and gets out of the car, you can see the dirty look he gives Nicole Atkinson because he's pissed off that she has called the police. Right? Right. Quit saying right. Leave me alone. Okay. Anyways, back to the story. Now, he went to the left of the truck, or was it the right? I can't remember. Which side do you guys drive on the United States again? I'm a brilliant detective, but I can't get left and right. It's just really confusing to me. Okay. So anyway, hopefully my next video, I'll be able to know the difference between left and right. Because if I'm going to claim to be a brilliant detective, I should know the difference between left and right, left, right, left. Okay. So anyways, this is the first ever live of Armpit Detective. See down here, it says AD, right? See that? Okay. And I have got no super chat. And by the way, guys, I did not wear my Eagles hat for Peterson. It's weird to call someone Peterson, isn't it? It's just weird. Why color? What's the first name? Right. So, back to debunking. It's impossible to debunk this. Now, if anyone could have debunked what I've gave you tonight, guys, right? It could have been me, and it was impossible for me to debunk, right? So, if I can't do it, guys, every one of you guys out there that's trying to do this needs to stop. It has to stop. This case is airtight. Now, I went back and got in that truck. What you guys told me was the driver's side ended up being the passenger side. No, Dorothy, see, we go over microdata because metadata is too much for me to go over. So I have to do something small, which is what I call microdata. Okay. Now, when I got in the car on the right side, the left side, like you guys told me, I was in the passenger side, which totally confused me. I don't know if it was because I was confused or if it's because I'm blown away right now. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. But let me tell you this, guys. When I got in that truck, it smelled like the Kundalini had been in on there a couple of times that night. Stock. So, with a key fob, I'm going to debunk this right now. The lights were on because of a key fob. Even if it's not remote start, when you push a key fob, the lights flash. My lights actually stay on. But, see what I'm saying? CW was already in the truck. This person that walked out of the garage, and I know you guys are going to say it's loot. Don't worry about it being loot. Do not worry about that. Irrelevant. Now, do you guys agree that that was a red car or not that pulled out? And it wasn't Betty. I'm tired of people saying Betty had a red car. I have proved to you one of my sleuths went out there like a total nut would do and took a picture of Betty's garage with the garage door. That's right, garage, my bad. The garage door, it was open, and my sleuth went out there and took a picture. There's 2 gray cars in her garage. Now, people has told me that Betty has moved, and I, for the life of me, cannot figure out why she would move. Okay? Now, there's no chance in hell that this car, Betty could have had, what if she had a rental car? What if one of her gray cars was being serviced that day and the dealership had given her a red car just for that one day? Now, I'm just saying it's a possibility, right? Right. Stop saying right. Leave me alone. For God's sake, why does this person keep telling me to quit saying right? Okay. So, anyways, it's possible that Betsy could have had a red car for one day. We've all had rental cars, loaners for service at the dealership and so forth, right, guys? Right. So even though they're saying you cannot debunk my case, it can be debunked. It's possible that Betty had a red car for one day. It's possible the lights were on in the truck because of a key fob, even without remote start. Even though one of the subs tried to explain that, hang on a second, guys. Hang on. I apologize for this. 1 second. 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay. I'm sure the advert's over. Hello, Tommy. Guys, we've got a couple of guests tonight. Hello, Tommy. Welcome, Governor of the Penitentiary. Welcome, Colorado Bureau of Investigation. Coded message. Okay. You're watching right now. Okay. By the way, Tommy, this is perfect timing. I'm actually on a live right now trying to debunk myself. Yes. Oh, by the way, do you guys in the U.S. drive on the left or the right? That's what my subs told me. Okay, thank you. Goodbye, Tommy. Oh, by the way, I really liked you in that documentary. Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. As you can see, they do call me. I do have insiders. I do have people from the FBI and the CBI. They do call me. Hopefully, this doesn't happen again. I don't like being interrupted during a live, but it does happen. Now, let me go back and show you guys this picture one more time, just to show you what I'm talking about here. Oops, wrong one. Okay. Now, right here. No, that wasn't O'Rourke. That was Tommy. Okay, so right here. the truck right here. You see that, guys? Where my cursor is? You have got to admit that those windows are blacked out with felt tip pen. If not, look at Nicole Axon's windows here, right? Okay, you can see through them. Look at this truck over here. Now, they obviously looked at blacked out too, but to go with my narrative here, I have to say they don't in order to make this. It doesn't even look like CW's truck has a roof on it right now. It doesn't. Okay, so we went over that. Okay, let me put this back down here. I wanted to show footage of the red car leaving, but I couldn't find anybody. I kind of planned this really quickly, right? And what happened was I was afraid to play it off YouTube because I was afraid of getting a copyright strike. Now, going back to what this whole thing is about is debunking me. And that is, I apologize, guys. That is so embarrassing. Tommy calling me in the middle of my live. Okay. Now, and I guess all of you know that a certain psychic is coming over for Christmas and I'm going to take her on a date. You know how the women are with me, guys. Bloody women. Okay, I'm just a bloke with a phone. Right, Jody? Just a bloke with a phone. Okay, so let's see here. And guys, I also would like to say this. Can we please just be kind to people? You never know what they're going through. I mean, I know we've all called Lex green teeth for a month, made it a great big joke. And now I'm going to come on and act like I'm going to be kind to everyone. Trying to be like that Braun Moxley. Everyone knows he came out with that first. But anyways, back to the story. So basically, just to finish this up, as you guys seen, I was unable to debunk what I've done with my case. Now, I knew it was going to be tough, but I thought that as brilliant as a detective as I am solving a triple murder case out of Colorado, that it was possible I could debunk myself. Because if anyone could debunk AD, it would be AD. And as you guys can see, I was unable to do it. So my case, like I said, is airtight. So what we'll do is, now that we've had our little parody for the day, it's been a rough week, guys. It really has. So I thought I would lighten the mood a little bit, make a parody. Last night was comedy gold. I really hadn't had any kind of material to go with to do a parody here lately because he hadn't really done anything lately for me to do one of, right? So what I done was last night when I seen it, I was like, yes, this is brilliant. So anyways, I knew I would have to do a parody today. A lot of you guys, the channel really came around with the parodies. So I knew I had to keep, a lot of you guys like true crime. I love true crime. A lot of you like parodies. I love parodies, especially parodying my favorite detective. Now, so I will probably do both. Now, so I've done this today as lighten the mood a little bit. It's been a rough week. It really has, guys. So, also, I want you guys to know the reason I have fogged over my lenses is because I'm tired of that damn YouTuber pointing out that I'm playing poker while I'm supposed to be focusing on my subs, or as I like to call them, my fawns. Now, I want to order a sick bucket. What? I love you, Armpit. You're the best detective in the world. You have solved so many cases. I know. Um, when I was coming on, I thought to myself, could I be right again? And I've been right again. So it has happened. I'm right once again. I'm always right. If you're wrong, I'm right, right, right. Stop saying right. Shut up. Okay. This guy that keeps telling me to stop saying right has got to go. Okay. Someone please, security. I do have security here, guys. Believe that. Luke, Puke, take him out of the room, please. Okay. The guy that keeps telling me to quit saying right is gone. Thank God. Because that is just really bizarre. Now, of course, I'm never wrong, Jody. You know my thoughts. You know how I am with women. Okay, I'm trying to do this. Now, I don't know if I told you guys, but when I got into the truck, I got into the wrong side of the truck because you guys tricked me, which I knew there would be people here paid to trick me, obviously. So it has happened. But it smelled like the Kundalini in that truck. There was also a lighter in that truck. And Chris Watts doesn't smoke, right? It is Colorado. Um, I know marijuana is legal there. You can smoke it, eat it, stick it up your eyes, whatever you want to do with it. But it is legal, recreational. So now, Stephanie, it is hard to believe I work 64 hours a day for 78 cents a month. Now, how in the hell, making that kind of money, do I afford Creed? Someone told me that I stink even wearing Creed. Now, I would like to say hello to Whistling Dixie. Hello. Hello to Sue Bryan. Hello. And also hello to Wendy Johnson. Hello. I know how you women are with me. You're watching me, and then you come on my comments and run me into the ground. But anyway, with that said, actually, guys, I wear Brute in a green bottle, glass bottle at that. It was purchased in 1978. Okay, so here we go, guys. Is there anything I want to cover? Or do I need to go take my next shot? Trying to think of what I should do. I haven't got any super chat. I'm a little bit upset about that, but hey, it is what it is. So, Peterson, where are you at, Peterson? Need some super chat. Okay. Now, what I will probably do is, since this was just a parody, it's my first live parody of Armpit Detective. I hope you guys enjoyed, but I will say this. I will probably come on in like an hour or two. Just keep an eye out for that sexy blonde Moxley. Oh, did I say that? I didn't mean that, guys. He's not. He's a hater. Oh, look at here. It's not Peterson, but it's Donna R. I love you, Armpit. I know how you women are with me, Donna R. You probably want to put them lips in my armpit, don't you? I know how you are. Bloody women. If they seen me over here, they'd be over here pestering me. But anyway, guys, I'll probably come on and do a serious live later. I hope this was as entertaining for you as me watching him last night was as entertaining for me. Now, with that being said, I would like to stress this: when you do a parody of someone, it's not a hate channel, okay? It's not. I in no way encourage anyone to incite hate or violence upon anyone. As a matter of fact, I do completely the opposite. So, with that said, oh, City Lights. It's still not Peterson, but that's okay. Peterson usually gives a large one. That's why I keep mentioning Peterson. Peterson, are you out there? Are you out there, Peterson? Okay. Where has Pistol Pete gone? He used to give me quite a bit of moolah. Now, I didn't tell you guys, I am actually in Colorado. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to go out and take a toke of a marijuana cigarette just to see what happens to me. Can you blow us a kiss before your long goodbye, Armpit? I might do that. Troll alert, someone talking sense. throw them out. They have got to go. Now, with that said, guys, I do have a sore throat. My throat is sore. You know how your butt gets sore when you got diarrhea? It really does. You know, you wipe so much. I believe that's why my throat stays sore for 3 weeks, because I've had diarrhea of the mouth. That's what my doctor diagnosed me with, was diarrhea of the mouth. So I believe that's why my throat is sore. I have been chewing lozenges and also taking strepsils. So some people really like my southern drawl, trying to do English accent. Whatever works, works. Right, guys? Right. The guy that usually tells me to stop saying right, I had him thrown out. He's blocked. He will no longer bother me. So I will be doing a serious live as Braun Moxley. You know how those women are with him. He has his eye on one. Right. So with that said, did I have a stroke? For you guys that said I've had a stroke, that is really, really despicable. Really despicable. Now, I have not had a stroke. What happened is it was realized that it wasn't a stroke. My chakras had opened up on me. Now, when my chakras opened up, it gives you the same symptoms as having a stroke. Okay, slurred speech, dizziness. I had ringing in the ear, all those other things. This all happened while I was staring at the picture of Kate Winslet in my living room. Now, it wasn't a stroke. The chakras opened. I saved a little bit of that tea that NK gave me. Didn't want to drink all that in one time. I did realize that the people that said I had a stroke were terrorists, and they have been reported. So my third eye popped open and a chakra came out. Did I once have a restaurant? If you go on YouTube, there is a show called The Restaurant Inspector, I believe it is. It is a brilliant show. For you guys that don't know about the greediness of this man serving frozen food, and I'm sure I'm going to get. He is probably, if he sees this, which I know he's going to see it, okay? And if he doesn't, his lurkers are definitely going to report back to their boss. And I would say the shit is going to hit the fan later tonight. We might have what is a volcanic meltdown. And then that would just be another parody. Now, I would like to say I don't mention other channels. I stay in my lane. I don't do that. No drama here. My son Puke, he's the one that told me, so don't even talk about them, Don. And since Puke told me to quit talking about other channels, I've only talked about them 75% of my lives, which is a 35% decrease in what I was doing before that. Now, with that said, obviously, with the way my numbers add up, no wonder my restaurant is no longer restauranting. Now, also, I have been playing poker over here on my third monitor. Now, I fogged my lenses, the Batmobile fogged lenses, watched me playing poker. I have been eliminated from the tournament. I've lost all the Schlooper Chat money you gave me earlier on this hand of a Texas Hold'em. So, with that being said, I'm broke. So I'll probably have to come back on later. Now, he doesn't pay his mods. They only get a percentage. That is true. So do they get paid or not? That's the question. We don't know. I'm sure we have a few lurkers in here right now that probably has reported to him what is happening at this moment. That AD, which is Armpit Detective, please believe me, guys, this AD is Armpit Detective. Now, what do we call too many coincidences? That's right, guys, too many coincidences. Okay, so I think I've pretty much covered everything. I was unable to debunk myself. I received a phone call from Tommy, also the CBI, and um, governor of the penitentiary. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to go over before I go. And then also, I will be back later for a live. I'm going to start only doing one live on each weekend. AD, do you love my hair? I do, Blooming. Of course I do. Let me put you up on the screen so I can make sure I see it. Now, that is, oh, you do have lovely hair, Blooming. I don't want to say any more than that though, because I'll be labeled a misogynist. I don't think he knows what the definition of a misogynist is, or if he did, sorry guys, sometimes it's quite comical. It's really hard to hold a straight face this long when there's so much bull crop coming from your mouth. So sometimes I do get tickled at myself, which just happened. But blooming accents, your hair is lovely. I love your, I guess that's a choker. So obviously she likes being choked. You know, as women are with me. Oh, Liz comes in with a I thought that was $2. It's a 20 spot. Merry Christmas. Do you guys have Christmas in the United States? Just wondering. Sherry, I don't know when the unicorn will be on again. I would like to have the unicorn on myself, actually. I would like to speak to her. Now, with that being said, oh, you have lovely hair, Liz, by the way. But I do not want to be labeled a misogynist, so I'm only going to say that you have lovely hair. Maybe we should send him a definition of misogynist because I obviously think he has the definition wrong. Now, Angie Babe says, I like to tickle myself. Who told you that? I need to know, Angie Babe, who is the person that told you that? They will be banned. Now, let's see. Peterson PayPal'd me. Okay. Thank you, Peterson. Also, he said the restaurant spectator in much early video. I'm going to watch again. Priceless. Love you, Mox. I love you, Jennifer. Too bad you don't have a picture where I could vouch for your hair. And April says she wants to touch armpit kundalini. Well, guys, the kundalini is actually a verb, okay? It's not a noun. Kundalini is an act, which makes it a verb. So that's what I was saying, guys. When I got in that truck, it smelled like the kundalini had taken place in there a couple of times earlier that night. It really did. It smelled completely like the kundalini. Not the kundalini Gaia, just the kundalini. Maybe Trent Boat was not there for the kundalini Gaia. Where is Maureen gone? That's a good question. She is MIA. That is the whole reason I've started my missing persons case Facebook page. Hold on. Dragging it up says this guy is a doofus. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Glad you noticed. So, with that said, I forgot what I was saying, but anyways, that doesn't matter. The Kundalini, I think. But anyways, I like this when someone notices that I'm a doofus. I always like to bring it up that people put hate on me as being a doofus when I'm only acting like a real person. So what we've got here, guys, I just want to explain this. This guy calling me a doofus really is calling the guy I'm pretending to be a doofus, and he is correct. Very correct, bragging up. Thank you for pointing that out. Oh, I know what I was saying. The whole reason we have started the missing persons Facebook page is because Maureen is missing. We have placed her on milk cartons across the UK. We've actually just printed out pictures of her and then stapled them to the back of milk cartons. Hopefully, at poker night, when we hand out these milks, someone will be able to locate her. We really need her back. She is one of my most vicious attackers of comments on people. Um, Maureen has gone to the dark side. I heard that. I heard that she had been going over to that Brian Moxley's page. Um, so apparently that has been verified. It's confirmed. You know me, guys. I don't like to. No, you're wrong. I meant you, Mox, are a doofus. Oh, okay. But see, I'm a brilliant detective. I didn't catch on to that right away. Thank you, Dragging Up, for clarifying that because I thought what you meant was that the guy I was portraying was a doofus. So thank you for clarifying that for us. Everyone, Dragging Up thinks Mox is a doofus. Thank you. I think he is too. Believe me, I really think he's a doofus. So me and you do agree on something, Dragging Up. So, anyways, is there any more comments that we would like to have about me being a doofus? Free Winston, hashtag. Free Dragging Up. See, the thing about Dragging Up here, guys, he has to go back to his leader here in a few minutes and let him know that he tried to defend him on one of these hate channels. So, pretty funny, but not really. It's really sad the way these people, if AD was to stop really quickly, this guy's head would go straight up his ass and he would know what he had for breakfast. And that's kind of sad. And he calls me a doofus, but it's okay. He has the right to his opinion. We do welcome everyone's opinion here. Even though it's different than ours, we welcome you. And your opinion, Dragging Up, is important to the Armpit Detective. It really is. Now, with that being said, guys, when these people come on and they try to get me riled up, see, they can really rile another AD, but they can't rile me. And that's what this guy is probably running over there right now. AD, I went over there and I did what you told me, and he just went right along with it. What do I do now? Well, AD, what do I do now? So AD is probably formulating a new plan, and Dragging Up will probably be back here in just a minute with a new, what will be trying to be an insult to me, which again, I will not take it as an insult. And then he will have to return to AD again to get a third plan. So, Amy Jarrett says, Armpit, I can't believe the mainstream media and Colorado police and FBI don't tell everyone that proved the shadows because you're amazing. Thank you, Amy Jarrett. I really appreciate that. Hello, little books. I always try to respond to you because you leave me the loveliest messages. Thank you. What's going on, Shadow Man? So you have heard of my nickname. I'm glad that is getting out there. What I done with that is nobody really knew me as the Shadow Man. So I put it out there that that's what I was known as, and hopefully it catches on. I told everyone that Chris Watts knew me as the Shadow Man. And the reason that I did that is because obviously Chris Watts is in prison. He's not going to be able to come on here and dispute that, right, guys? So, with that being said, I'm brilliant, guys. Even if he did come on here and tell us, I would just have my spanners delete him immediately. Okay, here we go. He's back. AD has sent him back with a new plan. This is why I know you're a doofus. You either baffle with intelligence or you baffle with bullshit. Yours is all bullshit. Okay, so this guy is back. AD has sent him over with a new plan. Plan fail. You will need to go back for a third time, sir, and come back and try again. But thank you. Um, I would also say that AD had to tell you what intelligence and bullshit is because you probably don't know either. But you can come back with a third try if you want dragging up. That is perfectly well. You are welcome here, along with your opinions. And tell all those other guys over there at that love channel, because I'm a hate channel, right, guys? Tell all those people over there at that love channel that this is not a hate channel. And they're welcome here too, dragging up. Just come on over. We like you. Trish B says, one thing I didn't hear you mention was if the truck was really even there at all. AD says, well, one thing I would like to point out, guys, is did they clone NK like 15 times that night or something? And the reason I asked that, because I don't know if he realizes this, but he has NK in about 15 different locations that night. She's on the phone for 111. She's in the truck with the blacked out windows. She's in the basement. She's in the closet hiding. She's under the bed hiding. So I just wonder how many times they had to clone NK to get her in all these locations she is supposed to be in. Who knows? Apparently not him. So anyway, guys, Dragging Up has obviously went back, and he will come back with a third plan here in a minute, probably. So we'll be ready for that. I'm always ready. Just in case, so you guys know, I'm always ready. Bloody women. She is into the black arts. Maybe she can teleport. I never even thought about that. This is why it's good for all of our heads to come together as one, so we can come up with an idea of what really happened that night. NK is everywhere due to her Kundalini and third eye. The number one dick has outdone herself with this theory. I agree. Yeah, he's coming back with Plan C, Jesse. Or is it Plan 3C? It might have a really cool nickname. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go now. And I will be back later. And possibly back later. I might take the day off. Who knows? Is it Saturday or Friday? I've lost track of what day it is. So I'm not really sure now. But anyways, I might be back. I might not. If I'm not back today, I will be back for sure tomorrow. For sure. I will be back as Braun Moxley tomorrow. That lovely man. Where's your phone? Okay, let me show you. See that? See that? Okay. Now, if you are not absolutely 100% after I just showed you my phone in that camera like that, then you're never going to get it. And I'm just wasting my time trying to get you to understand. With that said, it looks like Dragging Up has not made it back yet. Possibly they might have had to wait Puke up to get him in on the new plan. So maybe I'll be gone by the time he gets back. That'd be funny. If not, if I don't see you guys later today, I will see you tomorrow for sure. I will be on early for all of my UK fans. I love you guys. Thank you. Good night.